we've got a lot of positives going on in the market. We have excess liquidity, low interest rates, and certainly we've got a pro-business tax reform agenda. With that, as we all know the statistics, still 2/3 of M&A deals fail to achieve the ROI in their underlying investment thesis. In a recent survey that Grant Thornton did, the Value Curve survey of 2018, we found that only 14% of the respondents achieved returns in excess of the underlying investment thesis, and only 1/3 of respondents felt that M&A was a core competency.
Companies should begin a diligence process as soon as possible. When we look at the sell-side transactions, it's really important to get out in front of the sales process with diligence prior to really putting the offering memorandum together. And the reason for that is really twofold. One, it's to identify any surprise issues. So if there are surprises that come up in a diligence process, you have an opportunity to course correct before you're actually negotiating with someone.
Are there gaps in the company's finance team or financial function? Are there gaps in the systems, processes, and controls in the company? Because without fixing those or closing those out, you don't know what you're looking at in terms of reporting. You don't know, what is actually functioning properly.
Traditional diligence was really looking at the quality of earnings and doing tax diligence. We'd like to take a more proactive and holistic approach and really incorporate not only the traditional diligence of quality of earnings on the financial side and tax, but really incorporate the operational side, which includes HR, IT, commercial diligence, supply chain, as well as cultural diligence. Only 17 to 22% of the time, did they feel comfortable enough with their diligence around human resource management, around IT, around the supply chain.
Everyone always thinks about the efficiency of getting rid of workers that they don't need. In this economy, what you have to worry about is not losing the best workers and having them opt out because you're in a merger or an acquisition situation.
We made a conscious decision to set a floor for our top line revenues that we target, and that certainly helped us. And rather than focus on big ticket winners like facility consolidations or big CapEx projects that yield a very large benefit but that have a lot of risk associated with them, we actually shifted our strategy to focus on cash generation first so we can pay down debt and de-risk our investment.
Companies can certainly improve their approach to M&A by doing two things. It's very important to develop an M&A playbook. An M&A playbook basically is an aggregation of world-class processes, prioritizations, and tools and templates that can be used from the very start of developing your M&A strategy through acquisition, integration, but that doesn't get you 100% of the way there. That's a really good baseline to work from, but there's no substitute for experience. And so to surround yourself with a really strong playbook of best practices and then a talented team of advisors is really the best way to approach an M&A transaction where you have the highest likelihood of success.